Bonjour, so we're back in the Work in Progress series and in New Pleasantview. And for this episode, we're going to go bar hopping, or what my niece Rinka calls barathon, or where to get a drink after work in New Pleasantview. So bars are actually really not my specialty. I'm very much a homebody. So when I have to make one in the Sims for my Sims, that's a bit of a challenge for me every time. New Pleasantview, it's not a big town, so one thing I do take into consideration when I do bars and like nightclubs, after work outings. If you have too many, you have like no one at the place. So I kind of try to have, well, the less the better in my opinion, because that way you have more Sims when you go out to have a drink. So I did 3 of them. I did 2 bars and 1 nightclub. And I've tried to make them a bit different. So the first one is in the old town area. So you have a few residential area lots, and also lots where people will go to work. So for instance, it's next to the police station. So the bar is here, it's a pub, and I've tried to make it a bit more like it's a fixture in the town, like it has always been there, and Sims are hoping it's always going to be there. So it had a bit of a oldish vibe, I'll say, and I tried to do a building that is blending in with the style of the street. So it's a bit narrow, so I'm going to try and have a nice view of it, but let's try it there. Okay, so kind of a first view. We are perched on the theater, which is across the street. So the lot, it's actually 2 buildings. So it's a pretend residential building, and then this is the pub. So it doesn't have a name for now. That's why I haven't recolored yet the sign above the door. I've been thinking of, like, I've been calling it the Pleasant and the Goth, something like that, because I wanted it to have, the main families of Pleasantview, or something like it has always been there, like the Pleasant and the Goth. But I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that name. If you have any ideas for pub names, I'm trying to have something that would be kind of a callback to the fact that it's a fixture of Pleasantview. So I'm not done decorating the lots nearby and even adding things to. What I'm trying to do in that street is have. I'm going to show you the back. So that's the front of the building. I'm going to show you here. The entrance is there. And so what I'm trying to do is to have a street where even though you have to leave, So the idea is to have people at home, and my mother is shouting. She's a bit deaf, so when she's speaking, she's shouting. and then my niece is shouting to reply to her, to answer her. And so yeah, hope you cannot hear that. So yeah, sorry. So the idea here in this street is to have, so there is a space between, a mandatory space between buildings. And so the idea here is to have, in Creator World, I added a fence so that it blocks the way to the back, and then it makes the building seem a bit, well, the lot seem a bit bigger. And also that way I can show you the back. So that's the back of the building, and here you have for instance that lot here, and then I added that in Creator World. Here we have a residential lot. It's not done, that's why it's a bit weird, but I added that in Creator World, and I'm going to add one here. So I cannot add that fence because it doesn't exist in Creator World. The only one that exists, that is, also in the game, is this one, and it's not the right color, so I recolored it so that I had that color, and then I can try and have like a back alleyway, like that. So I'm going to add a few more things, but yeah, the only access to that alleyway is through the extremities, or through the backyards of people. So it's private here, and you can access here, and also I think over there is a door here. So yeah, a back alley. And so the pub is a public lot, but the back alley is not that easily accessible. You have to access it through that door, or through that gate, or through that one, or through the lot next door, which is the police station, which I'm not done yet, so it's still looking a bit too clean and weird, and I'm just putting down ideas. Also I've very little, but a bit decorated the upstairs here, because I didn't want to do much because it's going to take some time to load, and you cannot access the upstairs over there. But I thought that when you are in the street and you see empty windows, it's weird. So at first I had painted everything black, like inside here. So here we don't have, so you have different markers. I don't know if you know all the markers, the orbs you have in Beiteberg. So you have one where you actually pretend you have NPCs living there. You can have an NPC. It's actually blocking the view from that apartment, so it's going to be all black inside. Whatever you put there, it's the hidden room marker. And then you have the skip level marker, which I'm using here. So when I'm going to open that lot, I'm going to go arrive directly into the main room. I've also put a skip level for the not the basement, the foundation level, so that I'm actually not going to go through the foundation before going to that level. So that's the skip level. And the skip level, if you have windows, you can see inside. If I don't want to be able to see, I'm either painting it black inside, everything black, or I put hidden room marker also. You can combine the two. And here I thought I would make it like as if it was lived in. Actually, those 2 apartments could be lived in if it was a residential lot. They are livable. They could be apartments. So what I wanted is to have like a more busy view here. If it was, if both floors were all black like that, it would be a bit weird. So that way it looks more lived in. And since it's not a residential lot, it's not a big deal if I do that. I'm not going to have NPC living there anyway, so I'm not going to do that next door because it's a residential lot. So the ones that are lived in, they are going to be lived in, and the one for NPCs, they are going to be blocked like that. So I can still decorate like the windowsill or something. Like I did there, I did a mini terrace, even though it's not usable. And here, so here I did a small backyard, for that one which is hidden. And then I did the same thing here, as if they had a cat. And that terrace was accessible through the window, for instance. Okay, long-winded introduction to the lot. Let's go inside. Okay, here we go. So we arrived directly to the first floor, and we have, so it's lights are on. So I've been to a pub once. I was in London with I was a student. I was with friends there, fellow students. We did a trip to London, and we went to the pub, and me and I think 2 or 3 friends, we stayed like 5 minutes, and then we went back to the hotel to sleep. Not my thing. But I remember seeing that the atmosphere was very subdued. So that's why I did that for all the bars. I think not that much light, and I remember there was a place for a band. So I haven't play tasted the lots, so that might still change a bit. And also I might recolor a few paintings that are there, displayed there. But yeah, that's the main idea. So we have, I'm doing just a tour quickly. So we have a sitting area to grab a bite, or just, to discuss in a cozy corner. The bar. So the bar, and I haven't added a coffee machine or a food register, but I might. So yeah, so I think I got some things right, and other I'm really not sure, so I'll need to check. So that's the scene for music band, and the microphone is not working. It's just deco item. I think it's from the store, so I don't think you can, you cannot use it. But there is at least a mod where you have a pretend singer with that. So that's that board, and then there is a small dancing area over there, so you can put on some music. And don't remember the name of that game, the shuffleboard, something like that. So that's the area, the place. And there is a very small bathroom here. Nothing much. Then here it's a back room, and there is kind of a add-on I haven't really tackled yet, so I have a few ideas. The basement. So the basement, as you can see, it's accessible, like you have to know it's there. So as you can see, yeah, I put a skip level in the foundation level, so we don't go through the foundation to go to the basement, so directly to the basement. And yeah, I was thinking maybe I could do a place where they would maybe grow some weird fruit and do their own nectar there or something like that. I had different ideas. So my eldest niece is visiting, and I've been talking with her about that. She's more a party goer than I am, way more. And so she gave me some tips when I was working on that, and she helped me a lot with that, actually. Even more with the nightclub. I'll tell you all about it when we see the nightclub. So that's it for the pub. So just showing you where it is more clearly. So it's there. That's the police station. So I'm thinking that the police workers, I was going to say the policemen, but I don't know if I have a policeman in my game. So the workers there, after work, they can have a drink there. Here I've got my PI working there. This is a dance studio, even though it's a residential lot, so they can cross the street. And here is the theater, so same thing. And here we have a business, the radio station, store. So yeah, same thing. I thought it was like yeah, a picture of old town part of the town. Okay, so next we are going to go in that area over there. That area, there is no residential lot, so for me it's more like it was built afterwards, mostly these here. So we have City Hall here. This is the primary school, and this is the high school. Here it's the library, park, festival lot, and this is a residential lot. And so I thought the nightlife could be, you know, more active there because you're not bothering the neighborhood. It's not a mom and pop's place. It's more modern in a way, and built to be an entertainment area. Okay, so this is the water park, this is the arcade, this is a coffee shop, yeah, the Java Hut here. And so here we have a sports bar just across the street from the stadium. Let's zoom in. Okay, so again, it's still a work in progress, though this time I do have a name, so it's called Right on Cue, and it's more of a, I made it a billiard hall, pool hall, and sports bar, because I thought, you know, they can go especially to play pool there, and also to have, you know, an evening watching a game on TV together or something like that. So I've already done the sign, though I'm going to change it a tiny bit. So yeah, it's the sign from Supernatural, from By the Book. I think most of the Supernatural ones are in By the Book. So it's a bit bent, yeah, which I like because you give it like it's moving in a way. I like that. So the building itself, it has changed quite a bit since I've started on it. At first it wasn't that modern, but then I thought that they would, you know, the area was more calling for something like, oh, you could renovate the building and have it a bit different from what it used to look like, even if it's an older one. So yep, just showing you a bit. I'm really not done with the back. I still have to do a few things. Mostly I have to do things in Create a World. So for instance, the parking space, a lot here is actually in Create a World. So one of my issues with Create a World is that I cannot edit the world in Create a World. I have to upload the world, then build, then see if it matches with the items I've put in Create a World. So it's a bit complicated. And so I've already have a newer version of the world, but then I cannot playtest it as long as I'm using this one for, you know, building extra, because if I do, I have to remove that first world and put in new one, and then I'm losing the lots I haven't saved in the catalog. So it's a bit of a process to do. I already have done modifications, but you won't see them here. And I'm testing things. For instance, that car is not floating anymore in the new version. Here it's floating. In the new version, newest version, it's not floating anymore. Okay, so the back very quickly. Here we go. Don't mind that, it's going to disappear. And so it's sharing like the garbage area with the Java hut and the arcade. Same thing, I've done most of it in Create a World. So for now I'm keeping it that way. I might recolor that car like in green, or you know, something more work related car. And yep, so for now I'm keeping that way. And yes, most of these deco items are I put them in Create a World. Let's get inside. I think you can go, yep, directly. I'm pretty sure I've put the sports bar label, but I might not have. Maybe I haven't put the label yet, so that's why I could open it like that. So a very quick view of the place first. So as I've said, it's a billiard hall. So this time I did. So actually the bar, so it's not done yet, because this is, I'm going to remove that and have it somewhere else, maybe on top of these. So the bar, I actually started with that picture in mind. Because I want to recreate scenes from The Sims 2 in The Sims 3, take pictures, etc. But so at first I had put the flamingo light, which I finally found in my stuff. So I might recreate the picture when Skip Brock is proposing to Brandy newbie, and maybe that's why there's that light here. But I started doing that, trying to recreate that image, or the background for that image, and then I liked placing these there, and so I wanted to have TVs to be able to watch the games, so they were kind of replacing the mirrors on the pictures. And I didn't have any room left for the flamingo light, and then it's a bit weird, it doesn't go with the theme. So I'm thinking that maybe it was the old bar as a flamingo theme somewhere, and so they are just keeping that as a souvenir from the old bar. So then so that's for the bar. Here you have a soccer table. Here a corner to grab a bite, and then you have 2 pool tables. I'm not done yet decorating the walls, but main ideas are there. And then you have here 2 screens, so if you want to follow the game. I'm going to recolor also, well, customize these. And oh yeah, that area was so when you go to a sports bar, it I think some drinks make you feel like you have to practice some sports. So I put these here, those bars here. But I was thinking that if they can do push-ups, then that it's okay. They're not drunk and they can drive their car. But yeah, it's in my mind. Okay, and then we have a small bathroom here. So that's it for that floor. So we have again a skip level here, but oh yeah, a small dance floor. So I've added these so that if someone wants to dance, it's possible. And here you have some video games, arcade games. So it's one floor. It's actually 2 floors, but it's as if it was only 1 floor. Because I used a skip level marker here. There is no basement, but there is access to the rooftop. So, not done because it needs some lights here. Downstairs, it can be dangerous. Okay, so here the idea is to have only 1 full ball, maybe not that many, but to be possible, you know, to practice some sports here. And there, you can yeah, continue to party over there and also grill some stuff while watching the game. So that's why I put TVs there. That way you can pretend you're watching the game that is taking place there, but you're actually watching the TV. And that's I think it's a lamp that it keeps you warm, I think. But I think it's just a lamp in the Sims, but that the idea is that it keeps you warm. So I've placed it in a few locations like that. So that's it for the sports bar, billiard hall. And then we are going to go back there and here to the nightclub. So the nightclub, it's called the Night Spade actually, because of the door. I didn't have a club for the door, so it's a Night Spade. And so here I've been helped quite a bit by my eldest niece, so she's visiting, and so I've never been to a nightclub, and so I've asked my niece to. And she gave me some tips to make it more realistic, I guess. So it was a bit difficult because I wanted to work more on the building, but she said that the buildings they are quite ugly actually. So I've kept it. As simple as I could. I still had to do a few things. One thing, this is added in Create a World, so I'm having it a bit more over there. So there is going to be a bit more room here. It's still going to be quite narrow. That's why they are parked here, I suppose. But there is going to be a bit more room for them to maneuver. And I'm also going to recolor these. I'm going to do more advertisement, but have to tackle that. But yeah, mostly it's going to look like that. The outside exterior is done. I'm trying not to do not too much on it. Yeah. But on that side, I've done. So this one is done. I made this one. I haven't done this one yet. And here I did like a bus station, a bus stop. So I'm still not done really with Create a World because I'm still adding details here and there. Once I'm doing a lot, I'm going back to Create a World and see if I need to add, for instance, here I'm going to add a fence there, and there. Well, I've done that already, but in the newest version. And so I need to, I see where it is exactly, and then I'm adding it. And sometimes I have to move it slightly to the right or slightly to the left so that it would, and there is no gap, weird gap. So yeah, still working on that whole area, though I've placed the things and it's going to stay that way. Maybe not the whole teleportation thing. I'm trying to work with it, and I'll see if it works well or not. Okay, so the back is a bit narrow too, but it's just you have a grill for the employees, and then you can try and have an access to the rooftop. I was hesitating a bit of having things on the rooftop. Still have a few ideas, but I'm not sure because some of them I need to use CC, so, and I don't want to spend too much time there. There's already a lot to do on the lot, so I'll see. So yeah, let's get inside, and I'm going to take you on a tour of our nightclub. So here we go. So first, what my niece told me is that so she has been studying in a few European towns, and so it's more European maybe. I don't know if there's that in the US, for instance. But she told me that usually in there is an open area, enclosed but outside area for smokers, and so without mods we don't have smokers in the Sims. But I thought that this could be like vaping, and so I placed that here. And I haven't playtested that a lot, but I've played these without move objects on, so there was no you cannot play that here, so hopefully it's accessible. These are from like the circus set from the store. I just recolor them like white, so that I have it's outside, but you still, if it's raining, you're still okay. So that's why I did this here. So thank you, Rinka, that's my niece. And then inside, so same thing, the atmosphere is a bit subdued, so that's why I used the stairs here, but from here you don't see the light, so I added, even though the Sims are not going to fall down, I added like a lamp on the ground, so that's, be careful, here you have stairs here, watch your step. And a cloakroom. I suppose you leave your stuff, no? Somewhere. And then that's the dance floor. So again, you have a skip level marker here. So actually that's one level down, but as you can see, you have the whole level here. The DJ booth, and it's actually accessible through the staff room here. Here we have a bar. So you have the bar here, and sitting areas, and added a few tables, high tables, so with the stools. I don't know if you can eat something in the nightclub, so I haven't added a dining table, but I might. It's still possible. I have chairs that look a bit like that, and I can add a table. So yeah, I also put that because it's accessible to everyone, and there is actually a casino upstairs, so that's which is not accessible to everyone. So that was to have something like that in the theme. So the theme is like, it's just the night's paid not the ace of spades, but knight spade, because bad pun. So downstairs here, again, a light to indicate there is a downstairs. You have the bathrooms that I haven't really worked on, so it might look totally different, but the idea are there, you know, of a makeup area here. I might add one here. See, I haven't put, yes, I do have two. Oh, there is one here. But yeah, I haven't, it's not going to be those walls have to, and the flooring is going to be different. And then another sink corner if you feel like you need to be in a calmer area. If I am ever in a nightclub, I'm going to be there. Yeah. And with a coffee machine, if you want to grab a snack, and if you want to keep, oh, I'm going to be there actually, playing a soccer table. I'm bad at it. I used to be quite good, but last time I played was terrible, but was fun. So, so then, yeah, I just forgot that area. So that's the back room, the staff room here, with access to the DJ booth. So same thing, I haven't playtested it yet, but I need to see if the Sims who want to DJ, they can access it easily. And the music stereo is a bit hidden behind that because it was ugly, whatever I did. Another area I'm not sure of is the VIP area, so I know what these do. And there is like NPC bouncer, but I'm not playing with the celebrity. It's not enabled in the celebrity points there. It's not enabled in my game, so I don't know how it works here. If in that case anyone can come over. It's only for show, so if anyone can go upstairs, don't mind at all. And upstairs we have a casino, so same thing with the lights. So it's daylight here, it's daytime, so there's still a bit more lights here. But you have a bar, and then la roulette. I don't know how you call that. So yeah, la roulette. You spin the thingy, and here, and then poker table and blackjack. The money machines. I like this one. So I've also added, oh yeah, so my niece likes that, so I'm keeping that. I tried to do the shape of the different card families, you know, that's diamond, club, spade, and here we have a heart, here. So yeah, I'm keeping that. It amused her, so. And this is, there is a dance floor here, so you can have music. And here I'm going to do, so still a work in progress, I'm going to do 2 bathrooms, here. And here we have the owner's office with a very narrow window from the store to that window here, and they also have a window here to watch outside what's going on. And yeah, an office. I've put that fish tank, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep it. I haven't recorded that yet. I wanted them to have the coffee machine. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it. It's just that I don't know where to place that one. It's very specific, so and you cannot recolor everything. Like you have to keep the blue. So I'm not sure I'm going to keep that one here. But yeah. So that's it for the nightclub, or night spade, as I call it, and I'm going to keep on calling it like that, even if it's bad. And the 3 floors. So that's it for this episode. So don't know yet what's going to be in the next episode, but there should be one. I'll see you then. À bientôt.